Hello and welcome to this edition of TMA's Farm Margin Talk. This is Devin Schierling, Grain Marketing Manager for TMA. So only two things come to mind when thinking of this week. One is the NOAA continues to call for more and more and more rain, so I hope they're correct. And two, we have found one thing that's more volatile than today's markets, and that is all of the realignment talk in college football and what the Big 12 will do. So now getting back to business, looking at our farm margin report for October the 7th, 2011, once again, you'll see that we have profit all the way across the board, and part of that came from changes in our crop nutrient prices, with them decreasing slightly with the drop in both our corn and bean markets. But I want to draw your attention to the profits that are available in both corn and beans for next year. And for those of you who like more detailed information, these are how I came up with those numbers on our farm profitability or farm margins. And to kind of put into picture, see, everyone sees that we dropped down below, down to 575 on December corn this year, just this week, and experienced extreme amounts of volatility. And this chart shows that. But at $91 an acre of profitability, looking back over time, this is still a number that makes an awful lot of sense for most of our farm, and that is assuming that we just grow our 90 bushel APH. And even put more detail to that is this is a chart that shows the percent of time that you've sold you've had profitability at these levels. And at $91 an acre, which is signified by the blue line, you can see that more than 75% of the time you have been able to contract your profitability at lower levels than today. So keep everything in mind with your plan, and stay true to knowing what profitability your farm needs to go forward. So as we look at some major topics right now, for those of you with revenue priced crop insurance, we are in the harvest price calculation period. So that takes the average of, for corn, the December corn futures, or soybeans, the November bean futures, for the entire month of October. So the base price for corn was 601, and through 25% of our average, we are currently at $5.98. Now, soybeans is where we have seen the most volatility. 25% through the harvest price calculation, we're at $11.64. So what that means is from the blue line, which is $13.49, which is where our base price was set on soybeans, down to the red line, our closing values today, we've seen a $1.91 move lower. So your risk with policies is for those of you who had crop failures and didn't grow beans, it makes very little difference. But for those of you who are finding your beans to be a slight surprise and being closer to your APH, with this price drop, you still could be in a claim situation. So if you need help on managing your risk, especially with this price move lower, to ensure your farm's profitability, get a hold of one of your TMA grain marketing or crop insurance specialists. So the major movers going forward, USDA report next week is going to be huge. We've already started to see some of our private numbers come back in. I know Informa put out their information earlier in the week. World economies are still going to be huge, and then weather. Are we going to get rain in central Kansas? I sure hope so. But then also, what's going to happen around the world that's going to impact our overall world supply and demand issues? Once again, if you have any more questions, feel free to contact your TMA or grain marketing or crop insurance specialist. Thank you and have a great weekend.